Hey everybody, Von here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 86 of a year of yoga. The prop that we're going to be using today is going to be our strap. You could use like a towel or a belt or like a shawl or something, or even like a broom handle or something stiff if you prefer that. But we are going to be doing a little bit of balancing work, a little bit of upper body stretching and neck stretching, and just whatever we feel like. So let's start by, I'm standing off of the mat right now because I'd really like to feel the resistance of the floor against my feet. And that gives me kind of a little bit more of a balanced stability than on the squishiness of the mat. So I just like to mix it up sometimes. So you do you. I have my hands a little bit wider than shoulder width apart in the strap. For this is a generic yoga strap and it's on the widest that it will go. So I'm inhaling, bringing my arms up and back just slightly. Whoop. And come down, inhaling, and then exhaling up, really getting nice and deep into that upper body stretch. And we can even come down and then come back up. And with a nice little bit of boing in our knees, we'll inhale over down, exhale up, inhale, pulling, and I'm really pushing on the outsides of my hands. Exhaling overhead, bit of a back bend. Inhale down. Last cycle. Oh, and from here, let's go ahead and fold forward, bringing our fingers to our block or to the ground, and rocking my feet forward and back. Let's come onto our toes. And I'm actually going to try, let's grab our blocks. So just play with some balancing here. So from here, I want to practice lifting and tapping my toe. We can even, hands on the blocks, lift and touch the block in front of us. We may need to come out a little bit more. And this is very challenging for me. It's just something very different. And I'm not trying to like kick the blocks out from under my hands or anything. But it's using a lot in my abs. So I've done a couple of those. I just want to get a feel for it. Yeah, I can't quite, if I come down too low, then I can't quite get in position. There we go. So now I'm going to grab our strap back up. Let's bring our arms overhead in a much wider stance this time and stretch over to one side, turning our head to look up at the sky. Inhale and exhale to the other side. Really making sure, even though I'm leaning to the left, I'm really grounding through my right foot. Inhale up and through. Exhaling to the right, grounding through our left foot. And just back behind us. Let's go ahead and come now down to the mat. Wait, no, I wanted to do some stretching and stuff. Okay, so I am going to stand off of the mat still, and I'm going to get my foot into the strap, just around the arch. Now I want to bring this around, and I'm just putting the strap over. You can see it's lassoed around the arch of my foot. The rain's starting. That's really nice. The first raindrops just sound different. And so from here, with this support, I have the strap over my shoulder. We can start lifting with our leg, like using the back of our leg, our glute. Three, 4, and 5. And I'm going to hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Oof. And I can feel that all through from like the bottom of my butt up to through my back. So I'm going to do this on the other side, and I start that by, again, I just have my strap on the longest setting, and I'm going to have my palm up, and we can just bring this around and then put it over our shoulder if you want that support. And then from here we can lift 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we will hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back down. Now also from here, something else that we can do with the strap, that again, just by standing on one foot, even though we have our hand on something, I want to make a little bit more space for myself. So I'm going to hold on to my dresser over here. Just catching my breath. Whew. That we can bring our leg forward. And I'm wrapping around the strap, and then we can open up our leg to the side. So I'm trying to keep my hips straight towards the front. And I don't want to use momentum. We open our leg as though it's a door on a hinge. One more on this side. And you could be however low as you'd like to be. You don't have to be up high. And I'm going to do the same thing, but on the other side and facing away from you. So again, just getting my foot in to its strap. And I like to do one hand wrap around, but I'm going to bring my leg forward and just hinging open at the hips. There's 1, 2, 3. Woo! And if that's getting a little easy for you, you can not support so much with the strap. 4 and 5. And now from there, what my goal is to build up to, and I'm going to do it once or twice on both sides just to get a frame of reference of where I'm at and how it feels. So I want to bring my foot up to me, nice straight back, bring that leg out and in. And I'm not quite able to get that isolated into my hip the way that I would like. But the last thing we want to do here is just have our back hunched the whole time. It's better to practice this with a bent knee than it is to practice it with a bent back. Oh, that's quite challenging. So I don't know how much of that is my stomach getting in the way. Like, I don't know. The depth of my ignorance is astounding, is my motto this week. So I'm going to grab my strap and I'm going to come on back down to the ground into a cobbler's pose. And I'm actually going to undo my strap, or because it's easier than lacing it back up, I am just opening my, like, shrinking that loop down, which makes it much longer. Hey, pretty kitty. And I want to have it wide enough that I can travel through the full range of motion of my shoulder. I especially like to hang out in that kind of uncomfortable transition spot right here, just to gain familiarity with it, finding the edge of what's challenging. Experimenting with different strap grips. Maybe bringing my hands in a little closer. Hey, pretty girl. How are you doing today? You're such a good kitten. I love you. And just like that, the rain stopped again. Inhaling up. Coming down. In all things, honor your body and your range of motion and your level of comfort with challenge. And whenever I come into that challenging spot, I like to kind of bend and pump my elbows just to let my body know that it's okay. It's okay to be right there. Let's start pulling the taffy of our lower back. And we can use the strap here as well to keep that posture through our upper body. And then we can even stretch from side to side. Taking a nice deep inhale, letting it swirl within us before we exhale back out. And I'm actually going to put my legs nice and wide. I'd like to get some nice stretches through my inner thighs. And I'm just shifting my padding out from under my sit bones. And I'm going to flex my knees enough that it raises my heels off the ground. And just to make room for my feet to move freely, I'm going to make some circles as though I'm drawing with my toes. 3, 4, and 5 in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, the opposite way, I'm going to point my toes and then lift my knees. Lifting them up at first and now rotating them towards the back. Again, just getting an idea of my range of motion, what feels comfortable, what feels challenging, and kind of collecting data for myself. Shifting from one side to the other, opening up through my lower back and outer hips. And also, as we start to lean forward, this is going to start opening up our inner thighs as well. So I really like the gentle rocking of side to side, keeping a very growing sensation out of the top of my head. And as I inch my fingers forward, I just kind of alternate tapping my elbow to my leg. I'm down to tapping my elbows to my knees. And whenever we come to the edge of where we're comfortable, let's point our toes, flex our toes. We can now practice rotating. I have my feet flexed and I want to rotate my toes to behind me. Ooh, that makes me cramp. And then pointing our toes, we can come back in and down. Just shifting from side to side. Hey, pretty girl. Oh, that's the best thing, to reach like you're trying to scratch the cat and she won't come closer to make it easier. And from here, we can just breathe, and you don't want to go too far past over that line of comfort and challenge. There we are. I'd like to try some 90-90s, which are, we'll shift our weight over to one side, and we can lean forward. We can rotate and lean back. Then we can bring our feet forward and then rotate to the other side. Getting a nice twist both ways. And coming back once more on each side. Now we'll come back together, and instead of having the palms of or the soles of my feet together, I'm going to bring this foot like this, and I'm going to stack my right leg on top. I'm going to hold on to both of my ankles, and I'm just going to sit here like this. Inhale, exhale, bend forward very slightly, keeping a straight back. Coming back out of that, let's trade sides. How's it go? Oh my god. Go on, get out of here. Go say hey to your daddy. We can snuggle when we're done. Go on. I know. It's hard work going up the stairs. Go on. I know. I just gotta do this other side. Thank you. Oh, he's doing some doggy yoga too. Okay, so now with my left leg on top of my right, holding on to both of my ankles, keeping my feet flexed to protect all of my joints. Inhale and exhale, start folding forward. You okay, Sam? I think he got a hairball. I don't know if y'all can, I don't think he's in frame, but he is just rolling on the ground, so upset. So that being said, you okay, buddy? You okay? Huh? Oh, you got the heart for Smurfs. Okay, I'm gonna go take care of my dog. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow and hearing from you down in the comments. So come on, Sam. Until next time, y'all, keep on keeping on. Bye.